Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Boys Do Sports. Today we're going to hit you with our top 10 quarterback power rankings. We've seen a lot of bad power rankings lately, and you've seen them if you've watched our shorts. We've covered them all. So instead of commenting and arguing with everybody, we're just going to lay it all out there. We're just going to give you our top 10. Starting with number 10, I have Jared Goff. Who do you have?
I also have Goff.
Yeah, I think Goff is deserving of a top 10 nod. Honorable mentions, probably CJ Stroud.
Yep.
I know the 49ers fans are going to want Brock Purdy mentioned. I can't. I think he's like 12th, 13th, 14th at best.
Yep.
I still have Dak over Purdy. That's just truth. You just have to in my mind. I still have, like I said, Stroud over Purdy. So, so 10, we got Goff. Right
Yeah,
out
I
the
like
gate.
Goff
Pretty
at
nice
10.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, 4,600 yards last year, 37 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, and he had that game where he was perfect. A perfect game in football is pretty cool.
Perfect game, baby.
Yeah, man. Number 9, I do have Jaden Daniels down here at 9 just because he's a rookie. Try not to overrate him. People, we talked about this just a little bit ago. You can't overrate a rookie. People said Stroud was people are talking about him in top 5 conversations last season. And then, you coming into this season, people don't even have him top 10 anymore. So that's just, it's one of those things, you give him time. I think he is top 10 just because of his dual threat. I think it's just obvious that he's going to be a fucking monster. But let's see a little more first before we have him up there in the top 6 or 7.
I agree 100%. I do have him a little higher. I've got Dak at 9. I got to keep my guy in the top 10. I probably shouldn't have put him over Goff, but I still think he's a more talented quarterback than Goff. Should have won MVP 2 years ago over Lamar. So Dak at 9. Be ready for a great comeback season.
The crazy thing about Dak is that if he won that MVP, there would be nobody saying he doesn't deserve to be top 10. But since he got absolutely chipped at it, and what did he have? He had like 4,000 yards.
Yeah, no, Dak had 4,500 yards, 36 touchdowns on 9 interceptions. Lamar won it. Dak, rush, it doesn't say.
Damn, I thought he had up there in rushing touchdowns too. He had 40-plus totals for sure.
Yeah,
so.
Lamar finished, that was Lamar, 3,600 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions, and a shit ton of rushing, 900 rushing yards or something.
Yeah,
but
the rushing
stole
is
it.
What ultimately won it, yeah.
Yeah, stole it from him.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, like I said, I have Dak in my honorable mentions to be top 10. I know you're obviously a Cowboys fan, so there's a little bit of bias there.
Just a little bit.
Look past it. Number 8. I dropped down my guy. I normally have him at 7, but I want to show some respect to somebody else at 7. Number 8, I have Matthew Stafford, old trusty, the old legend himself, the old man, the best 40-year-older in football.
Absolutely. Right now, for sure. I love Matthew Stafford. I've got him higher than that. Give me Jalen Hurts at 8. 2,900 passing yards. 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions last year. They don't throw the ball a lot, so even if he is super good passer, we don't know it. Yeah. Definitely had the best roster last season. So I feel like putting him at 8 is fair. Definitely doesn't crack under pressure.
I will get to my Jalen Hurts pros whenever we get up there. I have kind of been coming around trying to let my biases be aside.
It's tough.
And I really looked at his win percentage, and that kind of is a driving force for me. I know he's had some teams on him, but fuck. We can get there when we get there. So at 8, you have Hurts. 8, I have Staffy. 7, I have Baker Mayfield.
Ooh. I have Baker.
Do you not have Baker in top 10?
I don't. It was kind of a one-off season, in my opinion. Very talented. When we were mentioning honorable mentions, I should have mentioned Baker, but I didn't want to spoil it for you. He is not in my top 10.
Dude, he's only going to get better next season.
I don't know.
You got to understand, he's about to win an MVP. If you watch my hot takes video, you know how high I am on Baker.
That's the only one I didn't agree with. I don't think Baker's going to improve. He may not get much worse, but he's not going to improve.
Dude, if he stands pat, that means he's for sure top 10.
I don't know. He probably will get worse.
I think you need to respect Baker.
Give him
I
Baker
think I
at
need
11.
you to
Bake at 11.
to just accept Baker into your heart right now.
You got Baker in your top 10. I've got Dak in my top 10. It's a little biased, but that's all right.
That's fair. I mean, I've drafted Baker in fucking fantasy every year since his rookie season. It seems like so. I'm so biased.
I've got Jaden Daniels at 7.
Yeah,
so,
that's fair.
Little high, probably. Probably shouldn't have him over Hurts, but his passing yards in year 1, 3,568 yards. Not a very good offensive line. 25 passing touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That's a better passing season than Jalen Hurts.
Dude, he was incredible. And to add on 500 or 600 rushing yards and a handful of tuds on the ground. He had a phenomenal rookie season. Commanders fans, you have everything to look forward to.
Yes.
I didn't have him, like I said, up there just because of I had CJ Stroud, I'm pretty sure, at 6 or 7 last season. And that just kind of burnt me a little bit. So I'm just playing the rookie card as it comes. All right, you're a number 2 overall pick. He had all the pressure on him to succeed. He succeeds wildly. And then this year there's even higher expectations. And that's whenever you're expecting a team to kind of eat shit a little bit. So, I mean, I don't think the Commanders will, but there's always the chance that they might. Like the Texans, yes, they made the playoffs. They kind of went way under expectations. People are expecting them to be a powerhouse in the AFC.
Yeah.
And they probably should have beat the Chiefs in the divisional game. A little bit of a roughing the passer bullshit there. I don't want to fire you up, Chiefs fans.
Typical.
There was a couple questionable calls in that game. All right. Had to get around to it. I don't know why I got on that, but we got there. Number 6, Justin Herbert for me.
Yep. Same. Justin Herbert.
Sweet.
Yep.
Then who the fuck do you have top 5? You have Hurts it.
Super talented Justin Herbert. 3,870 passing yards on was supposed to be a run-heavy team. 23 passing touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Now, we're not going to talk about what happened in the playoffs with the 4 or 3 interceptions in one game. But he only threw 3 interceptions last year.
That was against the Texans' fucking defense. That's insane.
It is.
Let's give him a pass there. But yeah, Justin Herbert, if you're asking me if I'd rather have Herbert on my team or Hurts, I'm telling you I'm taking Herbert. And that's no offense to Hurts. Hurts wins games. Herbert is a generational quarterback, dude. Yes. He's one of the guys, he's going to play in the league for 20 years, and he's probably going to be like Phillip Rivers, doesn't amount to anything in the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, on your tank. Who the fuck did you have top 5? Do you have Stafford top 5?
Give me Staffy top 5, dude.
Ah, man. I was wondering, as soon as you said it, man. All right.
Stafford.
I have Jalen Hurts at 5.
Yeah.
Like I said, just because he wins football games, he gets in there, he puts his nose down. The offense doesn't run through him. It doesn't have to. They have a super team. But he wins games. So that's what matters. If you're going to want somebody on your team, they got to win games.
I mean, think if we wouldn't have had to see Matt Stafford sit on the Lions for, I don't know how long he was there, 10 years or, 8 years, and just suck. Like, he didn't suck, but the Lions did. Think if he would have got drafted to, the Rams. The Rams went to the Super Bowl with Goff. What do you think they could have done that year with Stafford, or the first couple the years before that?
Dude, all right. Well, to be fair, that first year of Goff was or second year, or whatever it was, that he went absolutely insane. He had an insanely good offensive season that year with the Rams.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he also had prime Todd Gurley. That Rams team had some weapons for him.
They went all out for that Super Bowl and, did well. But Stafford, if we would have got to see him play on a good team his whole career, I think everyone would be talking about him as not Tom Brady, but better than Aaron Rodgers, better than Ben Roethlisberger,
in the Peyton Manning conversations, the Drew Brees conversations.
Yeah, up there,
Stafford is probably is the last true gunslinger we're gonna see in the league. Yep. I mean, we got Herbert still. I think Herbert is kind of on the Matthew Stafford archetype. Except, I mean, I just think Matthew Stafford was just a fucking baller. I
Yeah.
mean, he took some bad Lions teams to the playoffs. He didn't, like I said, didn't mount to anything. But, just, I mean, you give him a good team, he wins the Super Bowl. That's just what happens. So,
Yep.
All right. Well, I think our top four are going to be the same guys. It's just going to be jumbled up a little bit. At 4, I have Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I got Joe Burrow at 4. I could see him at any point surpass any of these bottom 3 guys. The talent is there, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't even I disrespected Joe Burrow a little bit. But he's definitely one of the last true gunslingers we have as well. All right, the dude slings the rock.
And Burrow's got some. He's got some wheels too. Like, can't ever disrespect Burrow's wheels.
A modern quarterback these days can't be slow. You can't have if you have fucking quicksand in the pocket, you're gonna get fucking dominated. The D linemen these days aren't these fucking Don Terry Poe big motherfuckers anymore. They're guys that are big as fuck like Dexter Lawrence, and they're gonna fucking absolutely demolish you if you're slow in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what's gonna happen. So I mean, I think you can't really say somebody's athleticism is like helpful these days whenever you have to be athletic to survive in today's NFL. But I mean, if you're not moving like Allen or Jackson and don't put up 800 rushing yards a season, you're kind of going to get slept on as an athlete.
Yeah.
But I do think Joe Burrow, if he wins that Super Bowl, I think he's cemented top 2. But loses the Super Bowl, still doesn't have an MVP. The other 2 guys do. You can't ignore it. So you got to put him at 4. It's an accolade fucking it's a popularity contest, man. But you have to win one.
Their Super Bowl window's open right now, though. Like, it's open. Anybody who says the Bengals Super Bowl window isn't open, I understand.
Yeah, but people that say that they're not a playoff team are insane.
Yeah, I mean,
the Bengals are a talented team. They just don't have a defense. That's it.
Burrow came up just less than 100 yards short of 5,000 passing yards last season. Fucking 43 touchdowns and only 9 interceptions. Only 9 interceptions on that many pass attempts is ridiculous. Like, yes, he's throwing the ball to the best 2 wide receivers in the best duo in the NFL. But damn, like, Burrow's good, and if their offensive line gets a little better, their defense will be better. I don't know.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It can't get worse. That's what I saw. I was arguing with somebody the other day. They're like, they have the worst defense in the NFL. I was like, dude, it was historically bad. It can't get worse.
No.
And they only missed the playoffs by win percentage, I'm pretty sure. I think they tied on lowest wins. I don't know. I think it was a win percentage.
If the Chiefs would have beat the Broncos, they'd have been in the playoffs.
Yeah. It was not that far off, dude.
No.
So they were bad for what they were, but to say that they're not a playoff team is nuts.
Yeah.
At number 3, I had the MVP man himself, Josh Allen. I don't think he deserved MVP this last season. I think he Lamar'd. Lamar. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I was saying it right. It just sounded weird, but yeah, it's what happened. I think Lamar was probably in line for his 3rd MVP, or Joe Burrow was. But they got a little voter fatigue, and they gave it to my boy Josh Allen, my dynasty quarterback for the next 10 years. I'll have him at top 3, though. That's fine.
Yeah,
he needs to do something in the playoffs.
I don't know what the rushing yards difference was between the 2.
It was the rushing touchdowns.
It
wasn't that far off. It wasn't that far off.
These were the passing stats.
Passing touchdowns.
Yeah, these were the passing stats. Lamar had 4,172 yards, 41 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions. Josh Allen had 3,731 touchdowns, almost 500 less yards, 28 passing touchdowns, 13 less, and 6 interceptions, 2 more interceptions. So the rushing would have just had to been ridiculously different.
It was because he, like Lamar was in the Dak Prescott MVP race, it just was separated by rushing, which is a little silly. Lamar was he had the best season of his career last season. That's why I kind of am a little biased on who I have him. But
well, 2020
so Allen at number 3, or did you have him higher?
What the hell? Yeah, so Yeah, it would have had to been just touchdowns, rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, it was just rushing
Lamar
touchdowns.
rushed
Lamar
for
also
900,
yeah.
915 rushing yards. Josh Allen only ran for 531, but it was a 4-12 touchdown difference.
Yeah.
That's
what
nuts.
I was saying.
I got Lamar at 3. Pure passer standpoint is kind of what I'm thinking. And Lamar is a great quarterback. I mean, talking about a top 3 quarterback, we're just splitting hairs between the top 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, like, we really are.
You know, it doesn't matter. But, yeah, give me Josh Allen at 2, Lamar at 3. Josh Allen, you know, we talked about his stats. He just, man, I just hope they get to a Super Bowl. I want to see Josh Allen play in a Super Bowl.
I want to see Lamar or Josh Allen.
Yeah, both of them. I want to see one of those teams play in the Super Bowl this year, not the Chiefs.
Yeah, and that's why, I mean, I have Patrick Mahomes at 2. I know you have him at 1 because to be the best, you got to beat the best, and no one can fucking do it.
Yep.
So that I understand that is why someone would have him at 1. But I think on who I would rather have on my team next season, not all time, not the last 10 years, next season, I would rather have Lamar Jackson. He is the best quarterback in football, in my opinion. I think he could he would make the Giants a Super Bowl contender right now. That's just, if he's on the Giants right now, they're a Super Bowl contender. If Patrick Mahomes on the Giants right now, they're a Super Bowl contender. But Lamar Jackson, in my opinion, is going to make, I just think he carries that Ravens team so much higher. I don't know. I said, we're splitting hairs. To be the best, you got to beat the best. I get the Patrick Mahomes at 1. But Lamar Jackson should have won MVP last season. 2 MVPs in the last 5 years or 4 years. I don't know how many it's been. He's an incredible player right now. I think he's at the top of his game. Let him be at number 1 while he can still be the number 1 guy.
Yeah, I don't hate on anyone that has any of those top 3 guys as number 1. You want Josh Allen?
No, that's just the correct guy. That's the correct top 3.
Yeah, I don't care. Whichever one you want at 1, that's cool. I want to throw Burrow in that conversation, but I'm not going to right now.
Accolades. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, just get them, playoff wins.
Get something.
Get another Super Bowl, something. Make the playoffs, Sliding back to Jaden Daniels just a little bit, just because I'm impressed by looking at this stat. He had 891 rushing yards last season.
Yeah, I told you it was up
6
there.
rushing touchdowns. So almost just as good as Lamar's rushing. So
yeah, he, like I said, he had a fucking phenomenal rookie season. Definitely is. I respect anybody that has him, even from 6 down to where I have him at 9. He's got to be in your top 10 conversations, though.
Yeah, just has to be. Hopefully there's not a bad rookie fall off, but the offensive line has gotten better, so we'll see.
Yep. All right, guys, that's our top 10. If you guys want to go ahead and play along, go ahead and comment your top 10s. We'll try and respond to all of them. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, and we'll see you guys next time.